Walk into almost any store or click onto almost any US website today, and you'll notice something subtle but increasingly common. Multiple versions of the same product at different price points. There's a basic version, a mid-tier version, a premium version, and often an ultimate or pro version. This isn't an accident. It's part of a rapidly growing strategy that businesses across America are relying on: tiered pricing. As consumer spending slows, companies are quietly restructuring their product lines and services to give buyers more options, more flexibility, and more price control. Tiered pricing isn't new, but the way US businesses are using it now is different and far more strategic. It's becoming a survival tool in a market where customers are cautious, budgets are tight, and every dollar is being analyzed before it's spent. So why is tiered pricing exploding right now, and how is it helping companies stay afloat? The first major reason is simple. Consumer spending has become more careful. Inflation, higher interest rates, and economic uncertainty have made Americans think twice about purchases. People are still buying, but they're choosing more thoughtfully, comparing more aggressively, and prioritizing essentials. Companies know that offering just one version of a product no longer works. If the only option is expensive, many shoppers walk away. Tiered pricing lets businesses catch different types of customers: the budget-conscious, the value-focused, and the premium buyers, all at once. The second reason tiered pricing is rising is that it gives consumers a sense of control. When money is tight, people want choices. They want to decide how much to spend, what features matter, and where they can compromise. A good, better, best system feels fair. It feels flexible. And it prevents customers from feeling forced into a single price. This makes purchasing feel less risky. And in a slower economy, reducing risk perception is everything. The third driver is that tiered pricing helps companies protect their margins. Instead of discounting the main product and losing revenue, businesses can create stripped-down versions at lower price points. This brings in budget shoppers without hurting the perceived value of the premium version. For example, a restaurant may keep its original $14 entree, but add a $10 lighter portion and an $18 premium upgrade. A subscription service may add an ad-supported plan instead of lowering the price for everyone. A retailer may sell a simplified version of a product for less, without touching the price of the full-featured model. This helps businesses retain revenue while still appearing accessible. Another major reason for the surge in tiered pricing is rising production costs. Materials, shipping, insurance, labor, nearly every business expense has gone up. Instead of pushing those increases directly onto customers, companies break their products into tiers that match different budgets. This spreads out the cost burden instead of overwhelming the consumer with a single price hike. The next factor is competitive pressure. Companies know their rivals are competing aggressively for the same cautious customers. A single-tier product line risks losing them entirely, but a multi-tier system catches more buyers across different spending levels. If a competitor cuts prices, a business with tiered options can simply emphasize its lower tier. If a competitor launches a premium feature, the business already has a top-tier version to match it. Tiered pricing gives companies defensive and offensive power. The strategy also works psychologically. Consumers naturally gravitate toward the middle tier, not the cheapest, not the most expensive, but the safe choice. This is known as the Goldilocks effect. Businesses use this to nudge buyers toward higher value options without feeling pushy. And because the middle tier often delivers the best profit margin, this effect becomes a major financial advantage. Tiered pricing also lets companies experiment. They can test different price levels, feature sets, and package structures without disrupting the entire product. If a tier underperforms, they adjust it. If a premium version sells unexpectedly well, they expand it. This flexibility is essential in a market where consumer behavior shifts fast. Another reason companies are embracing this strategy is that it allows them to manage customer expectations more effectively. When everything is expensive, people feel frustrated. But when they see multiple price levels, they feel like they're getting a fair deal, even if the upper tiers help the business recapture higher margins. Tiered pricing reframes the value proposition without triggering backlash. The rise of e-commerce is, also playing a major role. Online platforms make it easy to display different versions of a product and guide customers through comparisons. Retailers can highlight benefits, add check marks, and create visual tiers that make the upgrade path look natural. In-store setups are also evolving. Shelf tags, signage, and packaging clearly show tier options, helping customers pick the version that fits their needs. Services and subscription-based businesses are using tiered models more than ever too. Gyms, streaming platforms, productivity apps, and even meal delivery services are offering multiple tiers to meet different budgets. Some consumers want premium experiences, others want the lowest cost. Tiered pricing lets companies keep both groups without losing revenue. But perhaps the biggest reason tiered pricing is booming is that it reduces risk for businesses. Instead of betting everything on one price, which could succeed or fail, companies spread their bets across multiple tiers. This is especially important in uncertain economies when buying habits are unpredictable. By offering a range of options, businesses build a more stable revenue base. So where is tiered pricing going next? Expect more US companies to introduce starter tiers with fewer features. Expect premium tiers to become more luxurious. Expect mid-tier versions to become the star of most lineups. Expect loyalty programs, service plans, and add-ons to expand into tiered structures too. Tiered pricing will show up everywhere, in retail, in restaurants, in services, in e-commerce, in entertainment, in travel, in software, and even in healthcare. The new pricing playbook is clear. Give customers choice, protect margins, and match the new reality of cautious spending. Tiered pricing isn't just a trend. It's becoming the default strategy for US businesses trying to survive and thrive in a market where every dollar counts.